Hello there. What's going on? Hopefully, I did this right so Spencer won't have to come in here and yell at me again. All right. Once again, it is I, Tramell Ray Isaac, Senior Art Director for PlanetSide 2, and this is Inside the Player Studio. This is where we go over some things and check out some awesome artwork from some of our awesome creators out there. We're actually making real money, making really cool stuff. So let's jump right in it. No guest today, which is awesome, which means that we can get more time to critique some things, look over some art that people have already submitted, and give some feedback and answer a whole bunch of questions. So let's jump right into it. So today, I'm going to start off. We're going to look at the forums real quick. So for those out there who don't understand, these are our forums, our external forums that people can post, and they can get feedback from other creators out there. Get some information from us as developers, and it's really really awesome tool. If you don't use it, if you're trying to create something for Player Studio, then you really should do it because it's invaluable. You can't possibly create exactly what we're looking for without that type of feedback. So, first stop, if you're, kind of new to this, which some of you may be, um, we got a couple of things in here that'll let where to download files, stuff like that. Let me go ahead and zoom in on this. Where to download some files. We got a couple inside the Player Studio. Anytime we put up a new episode, we'll put that there. Some information about helmet creators. Really simple stuff. All of this stuff is, we try to keep it up to date as best we possibly can. It gives you a little idea of the type of things that we want. Um, what else? Update about camo patterns. Right now, we're not actually accepting camo patterns, so in a couple months or so, we'll probably open that back up again. Some of you new creators who are not as advanced in 3D can enjoy some of that. Something reason why something is declined. You never know. You might want to get a good understanding of what's to be expected, and some little tidbits about what is TR and NC and so on and so forth. And what's really useful right here, this one right here, list of free software for new people. For anybody who's out there like, I don't understand, I don't get it, or how can I get involved in this? Like, well, I don't have the tools, I don't have the money. There's free software out there for everybody. So you can go out there and get it and start creating stuff for Player Studio without spending a dime. That's the good part about it. That's awesome. It's just like free to play games. You can get into it and do all kinds of cool stuff without spending a dime. That's what it's all about. So our good friend Ricky Reynolds has posted a bunch of 3D modeling packages and 2D tools that you can use that are free for anybody out there who wants to download them and take a look at those. So the forums are a great place to get a wealth of information and a good way to get started. So if you're out there and you're wondering, like, I don't get it, I don't know how to get started, check out the forums. You'll be able to see some really cool stuff there, and you'll be able to get your foot in the door that way. So that's the forums in a nutshell. So I mean, if you're not really, I don't know how many people out there are non-PlanetSide 2 fans, but that's great. Welcome aboard. Good stuff. Nice to meet you. Um, you can also submit for EverQuest 2, and our newly recently announced game H1Z1. And I'm gonna try to get somebody on the show that knows a little bit more about what they're going to be accepting as far as like Player Studio stuff, and as they get closer to their release date. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be awesome. Spencer, what are you doing, dude? Spencer had to just come in here and mess up my flow. But anyway, thanks a lot, Spencer, for adjusting that light because you could barely see that glimmer off of my teeth. Thank you. Appreciate it. But again, yeah, you can submit for any game. It's not just for PlanetSide 2. You can submit for any game that we have. Player Studio available for. And Landmark's coming up pretty soon here, May 1st. So get ready. Start submitting some templates for Landmark. If you didn't see last week's episode, episode 2, we had Rosie Rappaport on talking about a little bit of Landmark information. So go check that out on YouTube. We have that up on our YouTube site. So now, without further ado, some things that I found. Let's see, some submissions. Let's see. I had a couple of submissions here that one of our friends of the show has submitted. Let me go find this guy's infos. Let me just take this off screen. I don't want you searching this guy down. So this one is called Sinister Hair for some reason. I guess because it looks kind of like a bunny rabbit. And this guy, let's see. A fable automaton. A fable automaton. Is that you? Anyway, there you go. We're about to look at this helmet that you made, sir. All right. I looked over this thing before the show, and I was quite impressed. Impressive. Not too many mistakes, actually. All of his geo is, where it needs to be. And, is welded. Look at that. Amazing. Select that. The whole thing selects. He's got some floating geo back here, which is cool. That's fine. Good. His line work is straight. Look at it. He's got he doesn't have any extra geo that's just, in the middle of nothing. Everything that he has in here actually changes the silhouette or creates a curve, which is really, really cool. Excuse me. He's using normal maps that we actually have on the original sheet. Pretty cool use of normal maps. So one thing that you as creators cannot see is the detail normal. If you see that, little highlight right there. So you can't see that when you actually create it. When you look at that, you think that it's just a glowing teal color, right, on your sheet. But what really is that part of the texture actually has a detail normal that allows you to add extra detail. So if you look at that closely, you can see like a little triangular pattern that's kind of raised. So I'm going to assume on this one that he doesn't want these two patterns right next to each other. So what we would have to do in the meantime, like I said, we're working on a solution for all of this stuff, so stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have some information within the next couple months. So what we have to do on our side of things is go in there and just move that to a part of the sheet that's either consistently squares or consistently triangles. So I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think it should be? Triangles in there or squares? Anybody want to know? Let me see. Let's see if anybody's got it. Go ahead and put that up there. I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this thing real quick and check it out. Let's go to unwrap this texture, and you will see that there's multiple textures on there. The only texture that you guys see is the color channel in the normal map. Alright, so squares, triangles, pirates, yes, okay, pirates. Alright, it looks pretty close to the same, so I'm going to just pick one. How about that? So this is what the sheet looks like. It's just a bunch of random shapes. And of course, you guys can pick whatever shapes you want, or you can use this area over here, which is fairly neutral. It's got like grays and purples and things of that nature. So I'm going to find out where this thing is. So I think it's lying up here. So what he did, it looks like he kind of split two different sheets right there, which is pretty easily selected right there. So you see that right there is a line right there. That means it's actually a different detail normal on the opposite side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to scale it, and I'm going to move it over to this area, which is going to give it the triangles all over the place without the little break in it. So no more squares, just triangles. And you're saying, oh, this triangles are all big and bulky. Okay, we can do that. We can easily do that. Something that you guys don't have control over as well is something that we have to deal with on our end. Second channel UVs. So I'm going to take this second UV set, and I need to rename this in order for it to actually work. And it needs to be named map 2. I just found out today that you can't name it map 2 with the capital M, which was awesome. I need to report that to somebody. All right, so going to map 2. Oh, did I not rename that? How about that? Rename current UV set. Let's try that. Rename current. And it didn't do it. Thanks a lot, Autodesk. Appreciate it. And I'm going to go back to 1. And then I'm going to go grab this thing. Grab these UVs. And then copy this into 2. And then go here. Number 2. And then should be able to just grab this and scale it up. The second UV set is basically just going to change the scaling, the tiling rate of the detail normal. Let's try that again. There it is. Actually worked. So there you go. You see that? Bam. So I think I'm about right there. It looks good. You know, it's pretty cool. So that's just finishing work right there. But the overall geo in this thing is really, really nice. I think he's done a really good job with this. He or she, I don't really know. I'm just assuming. But this person did a really good job with this one. And the only thing that I would change is to see how this he's got this edge here. You can't really see it's an edge because it's totally smooth. I would take that edge. Hey, I've already got it selected. Imagine that. And bevel that to give it a nice hard edge. And then we can jack with that a little bit. Okay. So there. Now it looks like that. Bam. Pretty effing sweet. I kind of messed up the smoothing groups, but that's alright. Just grab that. Probably go with like 40. Nice and smooth. Nicely done. So this one's pretty good. I appreciate the work this person put into this one, because I don't think we're gonna have to do too much to this after we get the second channel UVs squared away and all the detail normals. This one's gonna be pretty quick and dirty. So appreciate that one. Good job there, buddy. And let me move on to the next one. Let's see what else we got. No, I'm not going to say that. Got another one. Anybody got any questions over there? Ask me some questions. Ask me whatever. So bring it on. Okay. Let's see. Let's do some Buggy tires. Let's do that one. Oh, I should have put the camo on there. Actually, let me show you that. We'll go ahead and open that up again, because you can test the camo in Maya with our shader. So, just to put that on hold for a second. I'm go ahead and open that joint up again. Where is that dude? Actor Tool. What do you want to know about Actor Tool? Alright, go ahead and open this thing up. Get all this crap out of my face. Alright, let's check this. Check some camo patterns, shall we? Bring up the shader. And show tile intent. Alright, so everything that's blue right there is going to be camo coverage. Think that's enough coverage? I think that's enough. Pretty good. So there you go. So we can test that, and obviously that can be any pattern. Right now it's just a blue color, so it stands out. Very good. All right. So let's move on to these Buggy tires, which are, let's see who made these for us. Is this our good friend Spaz King 247? All right, Spaz King. Let's see what you got. So Spaz King made some Buggy tires here that are basically just covers over the old tires that the Harasser comes with, which is pretty good. I like that. I like that idea. It's nicely done. The geo's pretty overwhelming. A lot of geo in there. A lot of geo. You might want to tone it down just a smidge. If anything, I would take some of these edge loops out. Some of the ones that actually don't really matter. Like you can smooth that out actually. If we were to delete that. I don't mind the jack up right there, because that's easily fixed. But yeah, you can probably remove that one and remove the one on the inside. Actually, you can probably remove all of this on the inside, because the majority of this stuff is not going to be seen on the inside wheel. So just to reduce the poly count. The key is with polygon count is to get what you're looking for, and just that. Not go overboard. Use what you can and what you need, not more than that. And then if you go back and look at it and see that, maybe I don't need this here and I don't need this there, stuff on the inside or whatever, please remove it, because it actually, helps out. Every little bit helps. So on this one, I would probably take this inside wall out, because, the majority of the actual wheel is on the outside of it. And I found some other issues with this one. It had a couple faces that were a little flipped, but I think I fixed those. Anyway, and what else could you do here? I think that's it. This one's actually in pretty good shape. You may want to watch like some of this wobbliness on there. See how it gets wobbly as I go out? And that may just be picking a different part of the texture, because that part of the texture had like some edge wear or something. Maybe just pick a different part that's a little bit straighter, which is fine. But yeah, I think this one's pretty good. Did a pretty good job with this one. What do you guys think? What? Oh, somebody over here hating on stuff, because I see a lot of deleted messages. Okay. Oh, that dude again? Psh, whatever, man. I can't help you, dog. Can't help you. Sorry about that. Can't help you. If you here's the deal. We reserve the right to change any of the stuff that comes through here. So that's what you sign up for. When you start submitting stuff for Player Studio, you sign up for that. If we feel we need to make changes to the color, to the tiling rate, to the geometry, to how it's smooth, anything, we reserve the right to do that. So when you submit your item and it comes back slightly different than what you submitted, that's just the way it is. And that's just it. If you those are the rules. So you're signing up for that, and if you're not happy with the way it came out, there's not really much you can do about that. But the thing is, here's the thing. We're taking our time to put it on our marketplace so that you can make some money. So, I mean, I don't understand that. I don't get that. Why would you... I had to switch to the main camera because this is important. Why would anybody out there stop their flow of money? So if I say, hey, here, dude, take this thing and make some money for me, Tramell. And then I go do my thing and start generating cash for you. But on the other end, what you're going to do is go badmouth the stuff that's going to make you money, which what you should be doing is going evangelizing for it, regardless of whether you like the outcome or not, because it's your money. So if somebody's asking me, I'm not going to go out and jack up my income. I'm going to go and say, hey, it's the best thing since sliced bread. You should buy it. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. It just makes no sense to me that somebody would actually go out and sabotage their possibilities of getting cash by bad mouthing the job that we did. This is an opportunity for you. It's something that we offer the people that actually play our games, an opportunity at a piece of the pie. It is not something that's a given. This is something that we do for you. It's not something that I have to. That's not my job to say, hey, we're going to make sure these guys get paid. It doesn't work that way. We're doing this because we want to. We want to actually share the wealth. So when you go and bash us in the job that we've done to help you get money, it makes no sense to me. I don't understand that. But anyway, back to the critique. Some people just don't get it. So, I think this is a good submission. So, this one's already been submitted, and it's enough work for us to just kind of like clean it up and put it in a game. So, I think this one's good to go. I got one more in here. Who is it? We love what you're doing, Pioneer. All right, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And I hope everybody else out there appreciates it too. We're trying to get you guys paid. You put it this way. Ask your boy Arctorn. You think he complaining about them checks he's getting? I don't think so. I seriously don't think so. What about your boy Nico Coco? You think he's complaining? Probably not. Most likely not. He's making some nice money. Speaking of Nico Coco, our good friend Nico decided he wanted to submit some more stuff. This guy's a machine. He is a machine. And one of these days, I'm going to have him on my show. And he's going to learn how to stop dodging me, man. I'm calling you out, Nico. Sorry. Can't do nothing for you, man. I'm trying to help you get paid, bro. All right, so our good friend Nico turned in this TR helmet. Pretty cool. I like it. I like what he's doing here. But cardinal sin number 1, if you look at episode number 1, smoothing groups. So come on now. All you got to do is take that, smooth that out, and then bevel those edges. But see, here's the kicker though. He's right up against the edge on that limit. So something's got to go, Nico. Something's got to go. So, Nico, I would actually take some of these little doodads out. They don't really, nobody's going to not buy this helmet because it's missing one of these things. Same thing here. Nobody's going, I don't like that helmet now. It's ruined it. So you have 2 instead of 3. Not a big deal. Save some polys here. Change that and bevel that. Just go ahead and make that square. Take one of these out. Not a big deal. What I'm trying to do is trying to buy back some polygons so that you have some room to actually bevel these edges. So basically what you want to do, you want to take that edge and bevel this thing out. Get it real nice and tight like. So you can get that thing that he's looking for without actually using a smoothing group. So I'm going to go ahead and smooth this out real quick. And show you guys real quick. Don't mind this bull jive. That's just me being really quick and dirty with it. But there it is. It's all smooth out, and it's got the hard edge that he was looking for when he originally submitted. It's got that crease where he wanted it. Added a couple more polys. Let's see what it added. A couple hundred polys. Not a big deal. But once you save, get rid of some of these things, you should be right back where you started. So it's pretty cool. I like this helmet. I like it a lot. The only thing that we would have to do is, go in here and choose some detail normals that work with this. We probably get like the leather detail normal in here on the neck. As you can see, he's already, put his UVs in a place that's already got detail normals, which is something that you guys don't have any control over. So I'm not really worried about that so much. So I was looking at this. Let me go ahead and start moving this into a detail normal so you guys know what these things look like. Alright, so here's his UV set. He doesn't have a second UV set, so I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these and push that over. I think that's his thing right there. So that's the whole skull helmet right there. And I'm going to take this and move this up because that's where it needs to be if I want a different detail normal on it. So as you can tell, changed a little bit. It's got like little scratches and dents in it and stuff, which is pretty cool. We'll go ahead and squeeze that in there. Burp. Whoop. Don't want to do that. Rotate that and then squeeze that on in. Thusly, and there you have it. And then I'll just basically copy this over, copy into a new UV set, rename current, bam. So if I want that tighter, it looks a little blurry, so I probably do change that up. There you go. Nice and tight. Pretty cool stuff, Nico. Keep up the good work. Good stuff. So there you have it. Nico Coco's latest creation. So, if you would, sir, take that back, clean up those edges, and then resubmit. So for those who don't know about our submission page, hopefully I'm still logged in here. Let me go ahead and check this out. Nope, not logged in. All right. So when we receive your submissions, it goes to this page. Okay, and you see Nico Coco's is right there. Look at him hanging out in the submissions forum. So we got a whole bunch of stuff that's been submitted. These are things that are just been submitted. They haven't been approved or anything. Nobody's even looked at these things. So they're just sitting in a list waiting for somebody to grab. I saw this when I grabbed it. That's the only time I looked at it. So it hasn't been moved on to pending approval, which is when we actually look at the asset and break it down and find out if there's anything wrong with it. So basically what I just did would be my looking at that asset and seeing if it's worthy of some touch-up. So we got a couple in here that are already ready to go. And then once that's checked, it's moved on to pending content approval, which means that at first glance is worthy of somebody looking at it. So we got a bunch of stuff in here that's probably going to get reviewed by somebody else at a later date. So looks like we got some hubcaps. That looks pretty cool. I like that one. And we got some wheel spikes, little razors. That's pretty cool. Tire spikes for the harasser. Good job. Mr. McFluffy, what's up? What you need? What can I do for you? And then you got this one. This decal. Decals are pretty quick. We put those in. Just run a batch in Photoshop, slap them in a folder, and run a batch. Pretty cool. Help with Havoc helmet. Havoc helmet. Let me give you a. Let's see if we can find the Havoc helmet real quick, and then I can probably give you some help, sir. Yeah, be patient. Who's not patient? Arctorn giving out sage advice as he counts his dollars. All right, let's see if we can find that Havoc helmet. Oh, there it is right there on top. Bam. McFluff. Oh, McFluff, that's your helmet, hey? All right, Fluffy, let me go ahead and open this joint up. First and foremost, I don't particularly like the color scheme. And what I think you should have did with this is should have like what's wrong with the color scheme is that it looks a little cartoonish. So what I would do is take this yellow on the mask itself and make that like dark gray, shades of gray, different shades of gray, and pull out some of these shapes. It's really rudimentary. If I'm not mistaken, this thing's a little low budge as far as like poly count goes. Let me go ahead and pull this joint up and see if I can actually get this in real quick. Hold on. Somebody just download your file right here. Bam. Downloading it live. Got a submission. And then I'm going to put it over here, right into our folder. Pull your OBJ over. And let's open this up, shall we? Helmets. NC models. All right, let me just grab one of these joints. Just grabbing this so that I can get the shader loaded. Then I'm going to just drag yours in there. McFluff. Look at that. Doing it on command. Hopefully this will help. So this is one of the old helmets. Old bull jive we made a long time ago. So let's get the new hotness in there. Where are you at, McFluff? Havoc. There you go. Bam. Oh. Let's see. OBJ file contains faces already shared by multiple groups. Maya cannot create multiple objects for this file. Single mesh object will be created instead. So there you go. McFluff. You got some issues with your model right off the bat that I didn't even have to catch. Maya caught that for you. So you might want to check your mesh and make sure that it's so Fluff, what are you actually using to build this, if I may ask? Is this Max? Using multi-sub objects, stuff like that? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and assign this. Going into hypershade mode. Get rid of all this extra bull. Let's see. Bam. All right. Fluff. See what you got, son. All right. Yeah, you got some pretty decent geo. Pretty decent geo. I don't know why you pinched these though. I think you wanted this to kind of trail off like that, right? Let me see, double check this real quick, see if this is just geo. Yeah, if you want to get that edge, you really want to just use geo to get that hard line. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you just want to use geo to do that, because you can get that shape if you want to by beveling those edges like that. All right. I was mistaken. It was not low budge. It just appeared that way. All right. Let's see. Like I said, this, I think the yellow is making it look a little toy-like. So I would take that yellow off the mask itself. You got some geo in here that's probably not necessary, because if I look at this, let me go ahead and look at what the geo actually does for this shape. And if it doesn't do anything, I would take it out. I'm just trying to get this thing away from here. So I'm looking at this. Look at that. Straight line. That's a straight line. I don't know what that line does for you. I don't think it actually does anything for you. So I would take it out because it doesn't change anything. See that? I took it out and nothing changed. So I'm just saying, use what you need, not because you can. And then when you get situations like that where you can just remove some stuff, that's what I'm saying. You can put that back into this, where you can put more detail into the face mask. Give it a little bit, bevel this edge out, make it not look so, squared off right here. Kind of bevel these edges out. Give it a little bit of roundness on the edges to clean it up a little bit more. Same thing. It's like you got a couple edges here that probably could go just for the sake of going, if you got them. So I think this is I don't really know what the intent was with the blue, yellow, but I think it may be a little too jarring for some people to pick up. So you may want to give it a shot with maybe making these black. Who knows? Making the eye sockets black or dark gray or something in here. And then when you remove all of this, all the extra color off of this, then it starts to look a little bit more sinister. That's what you want. You want a helmet that makes you look like a badass, not like a clown. And now I'm saying that yours looks like a clown. I'm just saying it's very colorful and friendly, which is something that you got plenty of control over. So if you want, there's a lot of different colors you could choose in here to make some changes to this. Grab this thing here. See what that is. What is that? What is that? I'm moving it around and nothing actually happens. Fluff! Come on, man. Tell me what am I moving around here? Oh, is that the back of that? Ah, okay. Yeah, you got some extra geo in there that you really don't need. Probably that inner row, because I only see one row, right? I only see that one row. So I think that extra row in there, you can probably nuke that. So let me go ahead and just pull this over here somewhere. You can barely see that thing. That's not what I wanted. I wanted something else. Let's see what this is here. What is that, the back of the thing? Yeah, that's the back. Yeah, and try not to use these open spaces, because we're actually, as you can see, there's a new texture there, a little skull face. We're actually filling that up. So if you use this area that's just completely dead, eventually what's going to happen is we're going to put something there, and then all of a sudden your helmet's going to have, I don't know, smiley face on it, or whatever we decide to put there. So try to use the areas that are already look like they've been used. So for this one, I would actually just find something in this area. See, it's just the back of the helmet, so I don't think nobody's really going to care, because you can't really tell the difference. So use that area. Not really sure what this is. Oh, that's the straps. Again, just take that and pull that over into an area that's being used. Let's see what we got here. That's all that, eh? All right. That's everything on that front mask there. And those are those things, huh? Yeah, we keep those simple. I don't know. It might look pretty cool with some glowing bits. What do you think? Inside of there? Little glowy bits. Put that in the glowing spot. Well, at least I know what that is now. It's those things. Oh yeah, and see how big this is? You know, you gotta understand like some of this stuff, like obviously some of this stuff right here, it's not really gonna matter because it's so small. But you need to make sure that your textile density is roughly the same. Um, that means that the space in which the smaller objects occupy is roughly the same size as the things that in proportion to the things that are next to. So here's the whole face mask, and that's right there. And here's the little circles inside of here, and it's about the same size as the face mask. So what's going to happen is you're going to have like in this one it might not matter so much, but in other ones it may. You'll have like really really fine detail where these circles are, but then you won't have so much up here. And that's why we have the detail normals, because it kind of covers some of that stuff up. But when you get so far out of whack, it could show up. So keep that in mind. Like I said, on this one, I don't think it's going to matter so much. Okay. This joint. There it is right there. Why is this thing so hard to find? Oh, because it's really, really small. That's what I'm talking about right there. I thought that was like some unimportant bit, but it's actually like the front of the mask, which is probably the most important part of the mask. And check this out. Exactly what I was saying. Look at the textile density difference between this and this. This is all fuzzy and stuff, right? That's because that thing is really, really small on the texture sheet. Tiny. Compared to the face, which it actually should be like, roughly the size of the face. So as I size this up to roughly the size of the face, you look at it again, you see the textile density difference. So, perfect example of what I was just talking about. McFluff, I think you're there. I don't see anything really wrong with the geo. The geo is tight. You got nice edge loops. I like the way you built this. Really good job. But yeah, it's just a color choice. That's pretty much what's getting me right now. It's just the color combinations. So I think you did a really good job on this. So if you just take that back, clean it up, maybe even choose a different yellow. Maybe that'll do it. Let's see. Let me move this thing around, see what happens. Nope, you don't want blue. You don't want silver. I don't know. What do you guys think about silver? I don't know. Not good. I don't know. Let me move this thing over here. And let me make it like this. Scale this thing down. Oh, look at that. Bam. This looks scary already, don't it? Look at that. I don't know. I want to give it a shot. Who knows? Just play around with it. You never know what might come up. Get some really, really diverse looking looks on that thing. So you got plenty of choices. So play around with it. If you need some more colors like we do right here, we're going to throw that right there. Get a little darker. Get some more choices. You guys let us know. We can always throw more swatches on the texture sheet to give you some more color combos. All right. Thank you, McFluff, for actually allowing me to do that. Appreciate that. Pretty good model. I was actually surprised. I thought it was going to be a little bit janky, but you got me there. The McFluff's got some skills. He's got some skills. All right. Let's see. You guys got any questions? I can go over some more of this stuff on the forums here. Um, go ahead and do this. Okay. All right, what we got here? Oh, look at this one. That was pretty cool. I like that one. Let's see if we got anything on the actual. Where we at? Where are we at? Player Studio forums. Let's see who's got what. So we took a look at the Havoc helmet. See what this one's all about. Oh, good friend Arctorn, up to his old tricks again. I'm done with him. I don't want to talk about this guy no more. He's making too much money. Move on. I got to make somebody else rich. Who else wants money? All right, let's see who's got what. Dude, Nico Coco again. Can't get away from this guy. Let's see. What is this one? TR helmet. Okay. Shotgun. Is this you? Let me move up to the top. I want to make sure this is you. Okay, Shotgun. I've seen you in the forums. Welcome aboard, sir. So with this one, I think I don't know which way you're going with this. So I'm gonna go down the line and see where you ended up. So one of the things I like to do is I see something that I'm not particularly fond of, and I kind of let it marinate. And I want you guys to have some say into it. If you look at all of my forum posts and things, I make tweaks to what you do. Rarely do I have I tell somebody to wholesale just change this, change that, because if I'm not feeling it, the idea of it, I'll just say I don't think it's a good idea, and then you can just scrap it. But rarely do I take something and just mold it into something that I want. What I do is take your idea and I try to make it as try to make it better in the way that we can use it on the store, in a way that it sells or stands out from the rest of the things that are actually on the marketplace. So that's the motivation behind all my critiques. Is like, okay, what can I do to make this thing stand out a little bit more, to give it just a little bit more, just kind of fix some of the mistakes. And in some situations where I look at it and I'm like, I'm not feeling it, but then I'll wait for everybody else to give some input, to see if it actually turns around, to see if it changes into something else. So like I think this one, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really sure where it fits, but I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying I'm not getting it yet. So I think after a couple more revisions and some more input, I think Shotgun's going to have a pretty nice helmet, but I think it needs to marinate a little bit longer for me to make a comment on it. Because sometimes I actually I can see it. I'm looking at it and it's like, okay, if he did this thing, then I could probably see it turn into something. But sometimes it's just like, I'm like, oh, I can't even put anything into it. I can't even put anything useful into it. So I'll just let you guys kind of handle that. So, can you look at my Undertaker helmet? Giz, yo Giz. Giz. You need to slow down. I've seen you on the forums. I like his gumption. He's out there. Giz is out there. All right, let me see. Where's your Undertaker helmet? I love when people say look at it and then I can't find it. That's awesome. All right, found it. Giz. So my good friend Giz, I don't know. He's either got nothing to do or is just likes modeling, because his ass kicks out like serious amounts of helmets. And one of the things that I've actually found that something like Beastbuster was actually like this as well. I had to bust Beastbuster's ass on this. Dude, what's up with the internet? Trying to cancel my show. But what happens is, like, you get into the habit of making helmets, and I think the fastest way to do it is to start off with a base and then kind of conform it to whatever shapes that are applicable to the factions. But what happens is the helmets start to look the same. So At one point in time, Beast Buster was kicking out, helmet like every 2 days. It's crazy. Probably not every 2 days, but it was really ridiculous. But he was kicking out some serious stuff. And then, like, after the fourth helmet, I'm like, dude, that looks just like that last helmet you did. And he'll do a revision. I was like, that's just like the last helmet you did before that. So, if you're starting with a base, just after like three, four like uses, just scrap it and start all over. Shortcutting is just gonna make it a little bit harder for you to get to to get something that you want across, because you're gonna be kind of hampered with that base, and then that base is gonna automatically push you toward a certain direction. You want to start like every three tries. If you have a base, if you're starting from a base or starting from scratch, it'll be a little bit different. If you're starting from scratch, you'll actually, you'll have some fresh ideas every time. But if you're starting from that base, which is perfectly fine, but you got to remember, eventually all of your stuff will start to converge to start looking like somebody else, like the same thing that you made time and time again. So I have to stop you guys from doing that. All right, so Giz is in that rut right now. I had to tell him, look, all your helmets are starting to look the same. And I can't have that, because I can't have a TR helmet looking like a VS helmet, looking like an NC helmet. So he started with this, and then he worked his way. And I didn't like this one because it looked like, I think, what was it called? The Kestrel? Was that the right one? I think it's in here. Yeah, the Kepler. Kind of looks like this one. And I'm like, yo, Giz, come on, man. Don't try to pull one over on me, man. I see every one of these. You guys don't understand. I see every one of these submissions. So anytime you try to submit something that's slightly different, is not going to work, because I review every last one of them. Trust me, it won't get past me. And I'm not saying that Giz is trying something nefarious or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you're going to be doing some stuff, you got to make sure that it's unique every time you try to get it out there, because the last thing we want is to be stomping on something else that's in the store, or have a bunch of stuff that kind of looks the same. So I'm like, I got like 9 minutes. So Giz turned this one into this one, which I then again said, it's supposed to be a TR helmet, but the shapes, you got the square shapes, you got all these angles and stuff. It doesn't really look like a TR helmet to me, and I told him that. So, Giz, I don't know what you want me to say. I already told you exactly what I wanted. It's just not really TR to me. So, did you have something else up? Again, like, this is one of these situations where I look at it and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to tell you to clean it up. I think the only thing, I guess what's throwing me is the width between the eyes and the width of the mouth thing. And I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to put my finger on it. And then some of the shapes don't really work with TR. And then I just find it hard to see how the head fits in here. It looks like the head is like kind of back. Give me an x-ray on that one, Giz, to see where these eyes actually land. But these just look it looks a little weird to me. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm glad it says, you got your boys Nico, Arctorn, and Coffee Outlaw to help out with some ZBrush stuff, which is pretty cool. I like seeing that. I'm glad that you guys are reaching out and helping each other. That's awesome. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it. Get on the forums and get some help. Everybody's really friendly. We try to keep all the trolley stuff down to a minimum. If anybody's getting out of hand, you get a couple warnings and then you out. So, we want this to be focused on making stuff and making people better artists, and that's it. No bull jive, no trash, no nothing. If somebody puts a forum post up there that's garbage, it gets removed as soon as possible. So we try to protect you guys from, people who just want to hate on your stuff, or people who just want to be sad sacks and, that's not as good as so and so. Like, we don't need all that, man. It's all about helping each other and trying to be good, great artists and be better artists. That's what it's all about. So I got 5 minutes left. Any questions? Last I check, you're on that accepting camo submissions. Size and resolution. Size is 1024 by 1024, and that's it. Not 2048, just 1024 by 1024. It'll get, when it's all said and done, it'll get sized down to 256 when we get done with it, and that'll be it. Give a look at down the road stuff, like the thread I made for whip knives. Yeah, probably next time. Next week I'm out, actually. I'm heading off to the East Coast Gaming Conference, so it won't be one on Monday. It'll be one after that one. Next Monday. Monday after next. So I'm not going to be here next week. So hopefully you guys can hold off. I will be in the forums until then, though. So meet me in the forums. You guys, if you don't know that we've got other streams coming on, take a look at those. We got the Command Center this Thursday, which was postponed from last Thursday because Matt was off at PAX East. So this week, this Thursday at 4 o'clock, we'll be doing the Command Center. So stay tuned for that, people. You got Friday Night Ops, of course, on Friday. Every Friday from 5 to 7. We got Work in Progress. We're doing every Tuesday from 3 to 5. And when you actually see what we're working on at this very minute, up-to-date stuff, no bull jive, is real work being done on the stream. So tune in for that. And, of course, Inside the Player Studio. We're going to be doing this every Monday that I exist. So next Monday, won't be here. Monday after next, we will continue again with Inside the Player Studio for episode 4. And hopefully in between that time, it'll give me some time to catch up with some creators and actually do an interview with somebody. Anybody want to get interviewed, let me know. Hit me up on the forums in the private message, please. Let me know, and then we'll get in contact with you. Get you a little, hopefully you got a story behind it. That'd be nice. You don't actually have to be a creator that's made like crap ton of money like Arctorn or Beastbuster. But, you just have to have something to offer to everybody else. So hit me up on the private message in the forums. Appreciate it. And we've got like 3 minutes left. And I want to mention, you guys, if you're not already signed up, please, please, please get your butt signed up for SOE Live. It's August 14th through the 17th, 2004. Planet Hollywood, Las Vegas. It's going down. It's good stuff. We have got tournaments. We got all kinds of stuff. We got people winning tournaments, winning cash. We have some nice little panels for you guys to attend. All kinds of cool things. So check that out. Get in early. Register now. It's only $129. Arcturn's going to be there. I know he's got plenty of cash to throw around for all the debauchery that's can go down in Vegas. So trust me, it'll be a good time. So get down there and sign up. You got 122 days left. 122 days left to sign up for SOE Live 2014. It's going down. It's going to be real nice. So I hope to see you there. Hope to see you guys, all you creators out there, making cool stuff, making some money, getting it into Vegas so you can actually go spend it and be broke after that. This will be great. And then I guess one more question. Oh yeah, and of course, H1Z1 will be there as well. So we'll find out what Smed has cooked up for you guys for H1Z1 at SOE Live. I don't know. Dude, don't talk to me, man. I don't know. He don't talk to me no more. So he's got his own thing. He's off making games and stuff. So also, let me go ahead and run down a random selection of our top 10 creators before I go. We got 2 minutes left. I'm going to put this in no particular order so you guys don't be running to the guy who makes the most money with your hand out. All right, so we got Coffee Outlaw. He's on the top 10 list. Thank you for your submissions, sir. Good job. Good work. I Eat Fat People still on the list. That one camo, man. Killed it. I Eat Fat People still on the list. Asks Riot. Good job there. Arctorn, of course. He's in the top 10. Frosty 40. I don't hear much about him. Frosty, where you been, man? Frosty 40, you in the top 10, kid. Nico Coco, of course. That guy's all over the place doing his thing. Beast Buster, top 10. Indig. I see Indig every once in a while. I haven't seen him in a while, though. Hope you're still out there, kid. Keep making your stuff. Top 10. And then Old High Lime. I don't know who's. Dude, just pick an easy name. Please help me. Anyway, who else did I miss on here? Oh, and NTKML. I don't know who that is, but that's a nice little name. NTKML. That's top 10 creators of Player Studio for PlanetSide 2. And that is it. It's 6 o'clock. Man, time flies so fast. So fast, folks. Appreciate you tuning in. Once again, I beg and plead you guys to go ahead and check these things out. Check out those shows. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be making many more of those, so you guys can be deeply involved in the development of this game that we call PlanetSide 2. And all of our games. We'll be doing like all kinds of stuff for like H1N to Z1 or Landmark. They're going to be doing some stuff. It's going to be really cool. So, SOE's got the fans in mind. We want to keep you involved in every step of the way. So, once again, I thank you for joining me for Inside the Player Studio. Please like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get the latest updates when we put up episode 3. And follow me on Twitter. There it is right there. Where is that? Bam. Follow me on Twitter. I'm always tweeting some stuff. So anytime we finish up somebody's helmet, I'll tweet it out. So if you want to make sure your stuff is being handled properly and don't want to get all mad when it doesn't, let me know on Twitter. Hit me up. PS_TRAY. All right, folks, we are out of here.